Good morning. This is the Commonwealth Report, news for the public, not the powerful. Is Trump's war about to cost you $5 a gallon? Iran is threatening to push oil to $200 a barrel, and if that happens, analysts say gas at the pump could blow past $5 a gallon. Iran's military spokesman told the U.S. to get ready for that price shock, saying regional energy security has been destroyed by American and Israeli strikes. Right now, oil has already spiked above $100 a barrel, the first time since 2022, and is settling around $90. To fight back, the International Energy Agency, representing 32 countries, agreed to release 400 million barrels from global strategic reserves. The U.S. is adding another 172 million barrels from its own strategic petroleum reserve, starting next week, over 120 days. The national gas average now sits at 357. Iran also warned that any ship belonging to the U.S., Israel, or their allies passing through the Strait of Hormuz, which carries a fifth of the world's oil, is a legitimate target. When you start a war without a plan, working families end up paying for it at the gas station and across the board. Iranian drones over California, the FBI says it could happen. The FBI sent a bulletin to California law enforcement in late February warning that Iran was planning a surprise drone attack on the West Coast. The alert said Iran allegedly aspired to launch unmanned aerial vehicles from an unidentified vessel off the U.S. coast, targeting unspecified locations in California in retaliation for American strikes on Iran. Governor Gavin Newsom confirmed his office received the warning and said California has elevated its security posture since the war began. Trump told reporters he's not worried. Some counterterrorism officials say the threat hasn't been deemed credible. But former DHS intelligence official John Cohen says Iran has an extensive presence in Mexico and South America, has the drones, and now has the motive. When there's no exit strategy, you should expect the war to eventually come home. $63 million for Trump's library gone. After the 2024 election, 4 corporations, ABC, Meta, Paramount, and X, settled lawsuits with Donald Trump by agreeing to pay at least $63 million toward his planned presidential library in Miami. Call it what it was, a payoff to make legal problems go away. But here's the thing, the organization was set up to receive that money, the Donald J. Trump Presidential Library Fund, was quietly dissolved by Florida officials last fall after it failed to file a required annual report. Senators Elizabeth Warren and Richard Blumenthal, along with Representative Melanie Stansbury, are now demanding answers from all 4 companies about where that money went. A second library nonprofit reported receiving $50 million in December, but it's not clear whether that includes the settlement funds. When corporations pay a sitting president's legal bills through a slush fund with no transparency requirements, that's not a donation. That's corruption. Are you skipping meals to pay your medical bills? More than 82 million Americans, 1/3 of the country, said they've had to cut back on daily living expenses just to cover health care costs. That's from a new West Health and Gallup survey of nearly 20,000 adults. They're driving less, cutting utilities, skipping meals, borrowing money. And it's not just low-income families. Even middle-class Americans are making these trade-offs. It's about to get worse. Republicans passed more than $1 trillion in cuts to federal health care support last year and let ACA premium subsidies expire. Millions more Americans are expected to lose coverage. 1 in 4 respondents said they've delayed needed surgery. 14% put off buying a home. Nearly 1 in 10 delayed retirement, all because of medical costs. In the richest country in the world, people are choosing between eating and seeing a doctor. Your public lands are for sale, and the Trump administration thinks you're too dumb to know it. Interior Secretary Doug Burgum went to a BlackRock investment summit in Washington this week and told the assembled Wall Street bigwigs that Americans who want to protect public lands are just not financially literate. The land belongs to the public. The profits go to the companies. National forests, wilderness areas, public rangeland, these are our inheritance. When a cabinet secretary stands before the biggest investment firm on earth and calls citizens too ignorant to understand why their land should not be sold off, that's not economic policy. That's a heist. And that's the way it is today, Thursday, March 12th, 2026. I'm Thom Hartmann.